by popular request, I'm going to be streaming Ducktales. Woo! So, I was doing a stream last night, and which I still have to put up, by the way. Sorry, I'm a little slow with that sometimes. I was doing a stream last night. I finished up the Zelda randomizer, and somebody said to me, "Hey, you should do a Twitter poll for your live streams." And so I thought that was a good idea. So I put out, I picked 4 games, and I made a poll, and people chose for me to play DuckTales. The 4 games I think I put on there, what did I put on there? I have to look now. I think it was Super Robin Hood, which actually I have right here, which got the least amount of votes. It was one of those Quattro carts, but I did want to play that, so I thought that would be interesting sometime. But DuckTales, and then I think, what else did I put? Rogue Squadron, and Mario for Wii U, which I wanted to continue because I had been playing that, but I stopped. But anyhow, so everybody wanted me to play DuckTales. That was the winning choice. So here I am. And Zyder911 says, just finished. Oh, just finished your stream. Okay. All's good, Matt. Get my Wawa coffee. I don't have Wawa coffee right now. I have my my Coke Zero tonight. All right. Anyhow, so we're gonna get this started. And one of the other reason why I wanted to do this, because I have done a live stream on this before, but the reason I wanted to do this game yet again, 2 reasons really. Obviously, the new DuckTales just came out, but the other reason was my old live stream that I did of this game when I played it. It was a long time ago, and there was something messed up with it. I think there was a delay on the audio or something, so please let me know if there's any delay or anything. There shouldn't be. I checked it before this. So anyway, we should be good now, and we're gonna get a good stream of DuckTales tonight. And Vyler is from Finland. How you doing? Thanks for coming into the chat. Got your DuckTales review fresh in my mind. Oh, you saw my DuckTales review? Thank you. Yes, I just did a DuckTales review of the new series, so check that out. Anyhow, that was a long intro. Now we're going to start the game. I'm going to go for difficult, and we're going to start on the Amazon. So, if you haven't played this game before, you should. It's a good game. It's fairly basic. You can do a pogo jump, which is where the pogo jump came from in Shovel Knight. You know, it was originated in this game, which is a great it's a great move, and more games should have probably utilized that before Shovel Knight, but it took that long, I think. But essentially, you are Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales, and you're going around on a treasure hunt, collecting treasure. You try to get as much treasure as you can. Ice cream and cakes and desserts are for your health. Now your health is in the upper left. The red circles up there, those are your health. You can get more. Another health upgrade is on the Transylvania stage, and then there's one in the Himalayas, which we will get to. But yeah, you can play this game in different ways. You can go through, you know, it's obviously easy, medium, and hard. We're doing difficult here. But you can, and then somebody saying something. Michael says, thought about playing through this again on the new show Hype. That was a revival done right. Looking forward to new episodes. Yeah, I thought it was not bad. I had a few issues with it, but overall, like it wasn't too bad. I mean, they definitely went with a different modern style, and I can understand why they did that. I think kids are used to a certain style with animation these days. So, you know, had it been done in the more traditional style, that might have seemed a little off for kids. You know, they have to make it something kids would want to see these days and what kids are used to, I guess. So I can see why they did that. Me personally, I would have preferred a more classic, you know, traditional style. I would have honestly went for more of a Carl Barks or Don Rosa approach. I think that would have been better. But, you know, I will say, though, that what they did with it, it's not too bad. I mean, I've definitely seen a lot worse. So, but I'm not necessarily there 100% for the art. Honestly, if I want to see good duck art, I'm gonna just read the comics, really. But yeah, that said, I'm really there for this to see some good duck stories and have some fun with it. Now, I have heard that they're going to start including Gizmo Duck and Darkwing Duck and things like that. And honestly, I get it. Like, it's Ducktales, and they're gonna include, you know, those characters, you know, that weren't in the comics. And I think I said in my review that I was gonna have a problem with that. But I will say that I honestly, I'm gonna kind of reverse that statement a little bit. I don't mind that much if they put Gizmo Duck or Darkwing Duck in there. I just really hope that they don't. Oh shoot, I just totally messed that up. I just hope that they don't. God, is that gonna send me all the way back? And I was right at the point where the checkpoint was. You know, since that just happened, let me just restart. Because there's no point at that point. So, and I was that close to making it to the checkpoint. But anyway, so apparently they're gonna add Darkwing Duck into it, and Gizmo Duck and some of those characters. And the only thing I have to say about it, like, if they do that, I honestly don't mind if they do it for like maybe one episode. Like, maybe if they did one episode that had Gizmo Duck because people remember him, and if they did one episode that had Darkwing Duck, that's like fine. I'm actually don't have that much of a problem with it. I just what I was really, I think, trying to say is I don't want it to overshadow the entire series, because I think when they started adding Gizmo Duck into the show, there was a lot of episodes that featured Fenton and Gizmo Duck and things like that, and really the show should be about, you know, Scrooge and the nephews and Donald and all that, and the first episode of the new show, it was about the nephews and Scrooge and all that, and if they could keep it relatively like that, I wouldn't have too much of a problem with it. I'm there to see the stories and see what happens. There was a lot of things that they did right with the show. I did like what they did with Scrooge. I also understand that, you know, what they were doing with the nephews was, you know, a lot of people seem to have the complaint that the nephews originally, you know, in the original DuckTales, all had sort of one personality. They weren't individuals. But to me, that was always sort of their characters, was that they're the nephews. They're just like, they are sort of, they're like sort of like one entity. Like, they're sort of like they work together. They're almost like sort of like one mind in a way. I had always gotten used to that, and I never really had a problem with the fact that they didn't have different personalities. But I mean, I can see the point of wanting to give the nephews different personalities. I never had a problem with it, like the way it was before. I thought it was fine and honestly well done before. But you know, that's the direction they're going in with it. You know, so yeah, they've given the nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, stronger personalities now, and you know, not my particular tastes, but I get it. I see what they're doing. Now, if you go up here, there's more stuff you can get. Whenever you go to Launchpad, don't ever take Launchpad. So he's gonna say, you want to lift back to Duckburg. You don't want to do that. Yes, A, and then no B. I'm gonna hit no B. That's what you want to do there. If you want to go up and above to get, you know, select no. If you want to get this extra treasure and stuff that's over here. If you're going for a treasure sort of run of the game, which I believe last time I played I didn't do. Last time I did a live stream, so. And I didn't know he asked me twice. Make sure I hit B. Alright. So here, there's a trick that you can do. There's going to be a boulder. This is, you know what's really funny about this? I want to mention this really quickly. So there's going to be a boulder right here that's going to chase you. This is going to remind you guys of Indiana Jones. There's a famous Carl Barks story. Carl Barks, the creator of Uncle Scrooge, and it's called The Seven Cities of Cibola, where they move a giant green emerald, and it's taken off of a platform, and then it springs a trap with a giant boulder, which is where they got the idea for the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark, from that issue, because George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, grew up as fans of Carl Barks and the Duck comics. So that's pretty cool. And I believe that Steven Spielberg even ended up buying one of Carl Barks's paintings. But right there, you'll see this is the trick, that little shortcut that gets you to the end boss. So we're going to do that right now. Sort of a tiki god, and when he hits the ground, you want to jump. Like that. Not quite like that. Actually screwed that up a little bit. But they definitely made this guy harder. Oh boy. In the new version of the game, I remember that guy was a little tough. Because I did play Ducktales Remastered on hard. I did a stream of it, and it was a tough game. They made it harder. Thanks for bringing that nostalgia feeling back to the show with your reviews, Mike. Well, thank you for watching it, David. Where's Duckworth? We haven't seen Duckworth yet in the new show, and he doesn't make an appearance in this game. So I'm going to go now to Transylvania. So on this level is the upgrade we can get, and I'll find that. There's Webby. I actually found Webby to be better in this series, in a way, than she was in the original. I think her voice is better. Honestly, she does have a better personality. She has more to do. They've given Webby more to do. But my only problem with that is that it sort of takes away some of the importantness of the purpose of the nephews. And Huey's telling me about the illusion wall. Huey does wear the red. You can push against this to kill the mummies. Yeah, a lot of people talk about Webby, and she's like Gravity Falls and all that, so I see what they're doing with that. Whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna watch more of the new DuckTales. Like I said, it's not my ideal thing. But, and there it is right there. See, I just got an extra little red thing up top, so my life meter just went up. Yeah, but yeah, the new DuckTales for me is not ideal. I think it would have been nice had they gone with maybe a Don Rosa style. Would have been nice, or a Bark style. I definitely would have preferred that. But you know, I'll take what I can get. I think it could definitely be much worse. I think they're doing a decent job with it. Like I said, it's not too bad. And you know, I can understand that they want to try to modernize it. So that's what I can say about it. I do hope after this series comes out that someday, maybe, I don't know, 10 years from now, we can get yet another DuckTales series though, and have them eventually do it right. And first of all, I don't know that I would even name it DuckTales. It would be nice. Be nice just to name it like Uncle Scrooge or something after the original comic. They can make something entirely different. Alright, and there is Magica's Magic medallion, I believe taken from a comic. There is one where, oh God, I think Scrooge goes into King Solomon's mines or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it was, but they go in there and he's looking for the treasure, and then they don't really find treasure, I think, but they find the one coin that he had, and then they take the coin, and then Magica makes it into an amulet, and then she, you know, that's the story, and I feel like that's what that is. That reminds me of that right there. But the African Mines. Now this is taken from a Carl Barks comic entitled Land Beneath the Ground, which was remade into a DuckTales original series episode. Let's see what Louis has to say. you'll need a key to get in. It's in Transylvania, so you come back and you go through the mirror, which is right in the beginning, so that you can get into Transylvania. Just a little tip for you. You need to know that it's the first mirror, and you get the key right here, and then we can exit and go right back to it. Eureka, it's the skeleton key, and then it takes you out. So back to the African mines. So yeah, again, Land Beneath the Ground, the Ducktales episode, Earthquake. You know, you can check that out. And there's even a Don Rosa even went back to the underground story again. I can forget the title of that one off the top of my head, but it's also very good. I am a big fan of Don Rosa, and I had mentioned a lot of things about the Carl Barks library sets from Fantagraphics. They also do the Don Rosa library, which I also highly recommend that. I do recommend reading that after reading the Carl Barks stuff if you're interested, because after I did that video, I had a lot of people messaging me about wanting to read the comics and all that. So it is the Fantagraphics series. They're like the yellow books. They're available on Amazon too if you want them. And I would say read the Bark stuff first, and then if you really like that, then move into the Don Rosa stuff, because Don Rosa was a huge Carl Barks fan, which is why it's really his comics are really a tribute and a continuation to what Barks had done previously. And like I said, it's the best sort of tribute you'll find. His work is excellent. So, and I mean, by the way, that's not to discount all the other Duck artists that there have been over the years. There's been a lot of other artists that have done Duck comics, but Carl Barks and Don Rosa are the ones that are the most, well-known, popularized. That's why I mentioned them. But there are even other Duck comics beyond that. So there's a whole Duck universe, as they say, out there, and it's definitely worth exploring. I think, some of the best franchises out there, some of the biggest franchises with the most hardcore fan bases are really Star Trek, Star Wars, and really the Duck universe. Oh, that jump is always just the worst. I really should jump out earlier. Always die on that part. And I never understood quite what it was with that one part. I always have had a problem with that. I'm gonna try to jump out earlier if I can. Oh, good, perfect. Just get yourself out earlier, because jumping at the last minute just doesn't work for me. I should have remembered that. So get yourself out earlier there. It's a little wonky, the controls there. Hey Mike, do you go through controllers often due to the amount of playing that you do? Good question, Alex. I discussed this recently, but I have found that the NES controllers, and I'm speaking specifically right now about the NES controllers, they tend to get, the buttons get sort of stuck sometimes, and I think that's just due to not cleaning the controllers properly. But sometimes the buttons, when you hit them, don't register. Like, sometimes I might go to hit this or something. I mean, it worked fine there. But sometimes you're doing things and the button, you try to jump and it doesn't jump. It's because the button isn't registering that well, because it's probably not clean enough. The contacts on it are not clean, or the controller's getting old or something. So yeah, I have gone through, to answer the question, I have gone through a lot of controllers, and actually I have a whole money bin full of, a whole controller bin full of NES controllers. So yeah, I do go through a lot of them. I have had some cleaned for me professionally, but they tend to just, not last that long through cleaning. So yeah, I do have a bunch, and I am also very particular about the controllers. This NES controller feels really good. Sometimes fans come up to me at cons and they bring me a controller, like an NES controller, to sign, and whenever they do that, I always mess around with the D-pad and the buttons to see if it feels good. And I know it's like a really ridiculous thing, but I have a very good sense of what a good NES controller feels like and what a bad one feels like. And I'm always curious to see what condition the controllers are in. So I got the Diamond from the Terry Fermi King king of the underground who caused the earthquakes. I was up for a while until Mike's poll on Twitter, and so it seemed like he was going to stream soon. Yes. Yes, Chaos X. So I might do that more often. If you guys like that, let me know. Send me a message or something. Let me know if you want to see me do more Twitter polls like that, so you guys can vote on what game. I could do that more often. And Scrooge McSuck gave me a donation. Wow, Scrooge actually gave me some of his hard-earned cash. Such an awesome game with a killer soundtrack. Yes. This is, as you guys know, one of my favorite NES games. That's why I wanted to do another stream of it. And yeah, this is, honestly, I do love this game. It's, everything about it really is pretty good. The one thing that I don't like about it is that one thing with the mine cart. I think the controls are wonky on that part. But other than that, that's about the only thing I can literally think of in the game that I don't really like. This is an excellent, excellent title. I think one of the best NES games. And obviously, you know, I probably am a little biased, being such a Duck fan as I am. But regardless of that, it seems like even people who aren't quite as into the Duck comics and all that than I am still seem to love and enjoy this game. So I think I'm not too off base. I think it is a classic and a great NES game. And if you own an NES and you don't have Ducktales, I think you should reconsider and get yourself a copy. And I don't think it was on the NES Classic, right? Was it not? Because that is absurd. It's one of the best, you know, NES games, and it should be on there. Not that you can get your hands on it anyway. And speaking of that, there's also the SNES Classic, and that's already becoming a problem. I heard that the SNES Classic went on pre-sale, and oh, shoot, that spider freaked me out. And no, I got the launch pad, so that's at least the checkpoint. And people are already having trouble with getting the SNES Classic. So, as Ryan and I surmised, it was going to be a problem, and it seems it is a problem, which is unfortunate. So, but if we do get our hands on one, we will try to do a review. So we'll see if we can get our hands on one. I actually don't own an NES Classic. I know we did a review of it, but Brian was able to obtain one, so we did it with his copy. I actually never got an NES Classic. I couldn't get my hands on it, so that sucks. And I heard some people say, "Well, oh, you're on YouTube, and you would think that Nintendo would send you one," or whatever. We did not get one. So, yep, we did not get one. Here is Bubba, and Bubba is one of my least favorite parts of DuckTales. You know, I already sort of have a problem with the show a little bit here and there because I flat out, I want to have it be a straight comic book adaptation, and it's not. But even when it's not, a lot of times some of the DuckTales episodes are well written and smart and stuff. They did a good job. Like the first episode, I think it's called "Send in the Clones." It's and the timer's going down. Let me pause it for a second. I think the first episode's called "Send in the Clones." It's not based after the Treasure of the Golden Suns, which is like the first 5-parter. But after that, the first like half-hour episode was "Send in the Clones," and that's a good episode. And it's not based on a Carl Barks story or anything. I think it's well written and stuff. There are a lot of well written original DuckTales episodes. But then, as the series went on, they started including things like Bubba, and Bubba's just like, duh, Bubba Duck, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's just really insulting to how good DuckTales can be. DuckTales is supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to be a smart comic, and it should be a smart show, and yeah, so I have a problem with Bubba, definitely. And I think that they said they're not going to include Bubba in the show, but I found some of the other characters equally as not good. So yeah, I hope they limit some of those characters. I really do, because I have a lot of high hopes for the series, and I feel like they could really do a good job with it, and it's really unnecessary to include poor characters like that. But who knows? Maybe they'll improve some of those poor characters. I mean, they already improved Webby, so who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll have Gizmo Duck on the show and he'll be amazing. But I kind of doubt it, because DuckTales was always supposed to be really about Scrooge and his story, and when you start making it a superhero thing, then it's really not anymore, you know? So I don't think that really should be included. But end rant on Gizmo Duck. Is Webby your favorite, Mike? Oh yeah, Webby's just my favorite. Gotta love that Webby. Now, I think that they really need to include Daisy more. I mean, she was a staple of the comic, and she, you know, that she was barely in there at all. Mike, you a fan of Gladstone Gander? Absolutely, I'm a fan of Gladstone Gander, and I think I forgot to actually mention him in my video, which was a oversight on my part. Gladstone Gander is one of my favorites, and he was in the original DuckTales, but very rarely, and I really hope that they put him in there more. That would be nice. So we'll see what happens. So this boss is our... I think this one is based off of the Genghis Khan, Lost Crown of Genghis Khan, which is also Carl Barks' comic, by the way. So this is another Barks stage, sort of inspired by that comic, which I think is, off the top of my head, I'm going to say I think it was Uncle Scrooge 14. Somebody can check on that. Is that the Genghis Khan one? Is it Uncle Scrooge 14? Somebody in the chat check that and see if it's if I'm right or wrong about that. If I am right about it, then I definitely have mental problems, the fact that I know that off the top of my head. So here we go, the Moon, which is absolutely one of the most classic stages in the NES. And I'll shut up for a minute so you can hear it. So yeah, this music is regarded by many people to be the best tune on the entire NES. It's one of my favorites. I don't know that it's my absolute favorite, but it's definitely one of them. If I made a top 10 NES music thing, this would definitely be on there. Obviously, you know, Mega Man 2, some of the songs from Castlevania, things like that. Batman on NES. Man, am I just getting wrecked by this? The red aliens look like the ones from the Simpsons game. That's true, Bart versus Space Mutants. And man, that if you haven't seen that video I did a video on Bart versus Space Mutants, which that was quite involved. I'll say that. It's actually, I don't think it's, well, no, it's pretty hard. I was gonna say for a second, it's not as, what I want to say is not quite as hard as a lot of people make it out to be. But it is a hard game. There are certain parts of it that are really tough. Specifically the museum stage and some of the jumps that you have to make on that are pretty tough, for sure. But I was surprised going back to it how not quite as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Trying to beat the game. We're not gonna go to Launchpad. Anybody happen to find out what issue the Genghis Khan was from Uncle Scrooge? That's what I'm still thinking about. Of course I died there. Guzco says Lost Crown of Genghis Khan, issue number 14. So I was right. Aha. Yes, I am insane that I knew that. There's not many that I don't know why. No, I guess, well, I was just going through all those comics the other day, so that's probably why I know. Usually I can't name most of the numbers off the top of my head like that. I know a couple of them. Like, obviously, you know, issue 1 is Only a Poor Old Man. You know, issue 2, Back to the Klondike. Issue 3 is the Horseradish Story. Issue 4, well, 4 is technically Uncle Scrooge 1, and Uncle Scrooge 1, which is 4, is, this sounds like a Final Fantasy rant now. See what I mean? Video games fandom and Ducktales fandom, man. Duck comic fandom. But 4 is the one with the like little like natives, or I don't even know what to call them. Like the little those little characters. I don't know what they're called anymore. They're like living in the bushes or something. Oh god, this is coming back. Actually, I want to break these rocks up here too. Let's see. Anything? Nothing much. Bum, 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 bum. Go up this way first. I'm gonna go for this treasure. I think I didn't go for all the treasure. I definitely missed some of it. I think there was more definitely in the Transylvania stage that I didn't go for, which I could have, but I just sort of went right to the end. I have a habit of just going right to the boss and not like searching around too much for treasure. I should probably do that, but there's all this kind of stuff you can find. All this treasure. Gotta get the money. Gotta get the money. Uncle Scrooge's money. Again, that's from Mickey Mouse. Mouser-size. If he hates Gizmo Duck so much, he shouldn't accept his help in the moon stage. There's no way to get through it other than that. I don't know. I think hate is a strong word. I don't know that I hate Gizmo Duck. I mean, yeah, I would prefer him. Like, I would have preferred it if there was just, like, when they did Super Ducktales, like, I was fine with that, but the fact that he went on beyond that, like, they could just do it once and then be done with it. I just didn't want, I felt like he was in too much of it, because then they came back, you know, after Super DuckTales, and then just kept going and going with Gizmo Duck, and it's like, what happened to this show being about Scrooge McDuck? You know, that's how I felt about it. So, yeah. I just think they need to limit it is all. Not that they can't be there. Boom, and there he is. Blathering Blatherskite, and he disappears. Well, thanks a lot. He made my wish come true, guys. He disappeared. See, the NES game did it right. He comes on screen, he blows up the thing, and he goes away. And then the game is back to being about Scrooge McDuck again. The way it should be. There's the Beagle Boys. They gave, in the original DuckTales, they gave the Beagle Boys all different personalities. Speaking of giving the characters different personalities, there was Big Time, Burger, and all that. That was something that was not part of really the comics. The Beagle Boys were more one entity in the comics. They were more like the Borg. We are the Borg. Shoot. There he is, and now we're gonna get the green cheese because the moon, of course, is made of cheese. Super Ducktales was a couple of connected episodes that introduced Gizmo Duck. Yes, it was, absolutely. Actually, it was a special that aired on television. I think it was on ABC, and I remember watching it, and I believe that it was the same. I think it was the same day. I want to say that they first showed off MGM, that part of with the water tower and everything for the park. They did that, and then they aired Super Ducktales. I remember watching it live, and I taped it off TV, and I liked it. I thought it was good. It's just when the show came back with more episodes, then it kept going with Gizmo Duck, and that's when I started having a problem with Gizmo Duck, because it was like, okay, well, the show was originally all about Scrooge, and then they had this big special with Gizmo Duck and all that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then it kept going and going and going, and you're watching the episodes, and it's like more of Fenton Crackshell and more of his Fenton Crackshell's mother watching TV and all this stuff, and it's like, remember when Scrooge like went on adventures, and like, what is this? And I don't know. I was not happy that they kept it going with that. Not happy. So that's what I meant by all the Gizmo Duck stuff. It's not that I had a problem with him initially. Just too much of him. Too much. Anyhow, though, so yeah, you come back to Transylvania, and again, you basically do the same thing. See, earlier I didn't go this way because you can go this way. Before, I don't know that it's worth it now for me to do this because everything's probably gone now. But I think I could have got more treasure had I gone that way, and I think there's more of a minecart thing that I missed out on. But yeah, so we're gonna go back to the same mirror as we did before when we fought Magica. Magica, by the way, a creation of Carl Barks. Barks created Uncle Scrooge, but he did not create the nephews or Donald. That came out of the Disney animation department. And here we go. This is Dracula Duck. You essentially just bounce off the bats. When the bats are a bit lower, like so, you bounce off his head. Mike, did you ever dress up as Scrooge for Halloween? I probably did, honestly. Such a long time ago that the show was on, I don't really remember. But I do think I had a top hat or something like that, yeah. Back in like 1987, 1986, 1987. Sure, when I was like 6, 7 years old, I probably did. I can't imagine that I didn't. So after this, you'll see a brief appearance of Flintheart Glomgold, the second richest duck. Also the title to the comic. Scrooge's arch nemesis. I would say that that's Scrooge's biggest villain. You know, there's the Beagle Boys as well. Beagle Boys, Magica, and Flintheart Glomgold. Here we go. So this is gonna start. There we go. You may have beaten Dracula Duck, but not me. If you want the treasure, Scroogey, you'll have to catch me. And here we go. You gotta get up the rope as quick as possible. This is much harder in DuckTales Remastered. Boom, and this is on difficult too, so that's it. That is DuckTales, and I did a little treasure hunting this time around. But I always thought this part was a little awkward. He goes up, and then he flies up, and you'll see in a second. So he's bouncing, and then he does this. That I think is weird because they wanted him over there because they wanted to fit him into this newspaper like that. I feel like why couldn't he have been bouncing and then the screen just cuts to this and then he's there instead of him flying through the air like that? I always found that to be really awkward. Because Scrooge can't fly? I don't know. I think that's weird. But hooray, Uncle Scrooge. And then we have Huey red, Dewey blue, Louie green. They wore black originally, with colored hats. Ugh, couldn't do it without you lads. And that is it. Please watch the death battle between Scrooge McDuck and Shovel Knights. I didn't know that they did that. Disturbed 702 says, "Man, this game had so many great songs and memories." Yes, it did. Everything about it's great. So that's essentially it. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do before I end this? I'm gonna go back just to the Transylvania stage, just because I want to explore it a little more, because I feel like we really missed out on a lot of aspects of it, because I kind of skipped over it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna go through the whole game again, but you can go in like a lot of different mirrors and stuff. And I always kind of liked, you know, it's not necessary, obviously, because I just beat the game and didn't do it. But I like to see the other parts of the stage, so I just want to take you through a little bit of the other parts of this. So this is where you normally don't have to go, but you can go this way. And I guess they do make it, you know, a little bit like a maze. You can, I think you can hit those, or some of them you can. Yeah, like that. And that's, you know, for more treasure collecting if you want to be a treasure hunter. Watch out though, because ghosts can pop out. Yeah, like that. Ghosts and goblins. Are we gonna get some food? No, no food. But yeah, you jump around and diamonds and stuff will come out of the sky, and that's what you want to do. So now we're gonna bounce this way. It's like the beginning of Who Framed Roger Rabbit with all these bricks. Alright, we gotta get some of that. You know, this is just like a little area you can go to. You don't have to go there, but if you want, like I said, if you want more treasure, you can explore and do that kind of stuff, which I've done that, but a lot of times I just go to beat the game more quickly. I think I looked over here before, but I'll do this again, because I believe you can get diamonds. Oh, okay, you get a little bit of, never mind, it's just a little bit of food there. Some ice cream, some soft serve ice cream, which is my favorite soft serve ice cream. Love me some vanilla soft serve ice cream. It's making me want some. Damn you, Ducktales. How dare you do that to me? I'm gonna get the little thing here, because why not? Again, you wanna, that's where you get that. Let's check these. Ghost. Ghost with the most. Alright, just those are both ghosts. And I do want to go up top here, and I want to see the other mirrors and the other paths and things. So over here, I believe if you go this way, there's a, maybe it's not like this. Maybe I gotta go in that mirror. I probably gotta go in the mirror. So let's go in the mirror, which is right here. Let's see where this takes me. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. So there's another one of these minecart parts. Oof. Yeah, this part is really difficult, I said, because of those damn controls. Oh, see? I don't know why I have such a hard time jumping out of those. And that's probably why I don't go that way, because you see all those ones that you have to jump out of? And that's one thing, I never got used to that. Okay, well now I'm screwed. Okay, maybe not. There we go. See? Like, I don't get why it doesn't jump out sometimes. Like, what is wrong with the controls? Let's see if this is ice cream. Oh, we got ice cream there. No, I'm curious to know if anybody else has a problem with that part and what the deal is with it. Mike, love watching these NES runs. We'd love to see you do a $0 bad ending or the +2 secret treasures. Now, well, the secret treasures, I got the one on the moon stage, right? And the other secret treasure, the other secret treasure is it on this stage? I'm trying to remember the other secret treasure. Amazon, I feel like it's on this stage. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what the other secret treasure is. There we go. Let's see if I can actually do this. See? Well, I don't know what the deal. That's the one thing about this game, jumping out of the cart. I'm gonna do it again. I don't know why. I've always, since I was a kid, I've had trouble jumping out of that cart, and it's just, it's the controls. It's not my timing or anything. It's just I hit the button and he just doesn't come out of the cart. And like sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. And I've never figured out. It's like random. It's so weird. If anybody knows what the deal with that is, if there's some kind of weird control thing that you have to do to get him to come out of the cart, because it's like obviously you see me getting him out of the cart sometimes, but it's like, why does it only work sometimes and other times it doesn't? It's like always driving me crazy. I'm gonna get this. Alright, filled up in hell. Oh, it's a Scrooge. Alright, I'm gonna try this again because... See? He doesn't jump. Always have had a problem with this. Like, what is wrong with the controls? Some people are saying to hold up as well. Let me try that. I just did it. I'll try it again though. Like, A is jump, right? Why is that so awkward? It takes away 2. Alright. There, okay, now it worked. But I did nothing different than I ever did before. Now I have to get this. Oh great, then it just like... There we go. I'll get it. Get a new controller. It's not the controller though, it's the controls, not the controller. I'm gonna get this part. This should, like, from now on, whenever I play this game, this should be the first part I do, because this is like the one part that I have trouble with in the entire game. It's the stupid minecart. So frustrating. I just don't get it. The minecarts are the real boss of Ducktales? They seriously are. Yeah, that part always did that to me as well, Mike. Okay, good. At least it's not just me. Like, literally. I'm gonna do this until I get it. If anybody has any tips on this minecart part, because other people in the chat are saying the same thing that happens to them, so I'm not alone with this. Doesn't it jump on the press or on the release? Are you holding a direction on the D-pad when I jump out? Probably. Should I not hit a direction? Is that what I'm doing wrong? Should I just try to jump out of it without hitting any directions? But I kind of have to here. Like, why doesn't it jump? It's just so frustrating. Alright, I'm gonna not hit the D-pad. Here we go, not hitting the D-pad. Alright, it jumped. It did jump. But I have to move over. So, maybe that's what it is. Because I am always like pushing to the side I have to jump to. That's interesting. Maybe that's what it is. Oh my god, is that what it is? Oh my god, that's what it is. So it's don't hit in a direction. Okay. Alright, that's what it is. Fucking 20 years later, figure that out. So now I know that. So you just hit the button and you don't hit in a direction. So what I've always done wrong is I was hitting in a direction. Because on that part, you have to jump to the sides so that you jump over the hole, essentially. So I always pushed in a direction because I figured I would die if I didn't. So, okay. So I want to do that again. And the reason I reset is because I want to try to get it on the first thing here. That's crazy. Never knew that. Still learning things. When did this game come out? Like 1988 or something? Learning things this long later. Yep. Alright, let's try this again. Yup. Hit the button, then move. Hit the button, then move. Okay, that's all it is. Now I know. How about that? I do still think that that's weird controls, though. Like, it should, just because you're hitting to the side, I don't think it should mess you up. I don't think I like that. But whatever. It's figured out. Look at all these extra lives. But I'm trying to remember the other treasure. So the one is obviously on the moon, because I just got it before. And I'm trying to think of what the hell the other treasure is. If anybody remembers what the other treasure is, please let me know, because I'm drawing a blank. I'm sure I know what it is when you say it. My memory is awful. Oh, what's that over there? I feel like there is other treasure on this stage. Oh, sorry, 29 years. I was all off on my thing. However long it's been a long time. Mrs. Beakley is in the mines. There's a hole next to her and you can go pogo duck on their heads. Is it in the mines? Oh wait, the mine. Yeah. Isn't there an invisible wall or something in the mine? That actually rings a bell. I think that's where the other one is. I think I didn't explore the whole mine. I think that that's what it is. I'm gonna do that. come on with this dude. Alright, so we did the minecart. I feel like I might have missed some of the stuff in the beginning, but I'm gonna do this mirror too. Oh, that just takes me there. Okay. Let me check out this. There we go. Let's get this. How much money can we get? Gotta get the money. Alright, I guess I should end this at this point. Is remastered better than the original? I like remastered. I prefer this. That may very well be a nostalgia thing. But I don't know. A lot of times I tend to prefer the 8-bit games, just in general. Just how I am. But no, this DuckTales Remastered is a good game though. It really is. They did a pretty good job with it. They essentially, the idea of that was that they remastered this game. So, you know, they did what they said they're gonna do, basically. So yeah, it's a good game. My wish would have been for them to do like different levels in it. But I know that like the idea is for them to remaster this game, but it would have been nice to not just remaster it, but add a bunch of different levels, see something new. I'd like to see them do, how about this? I'd like to see them do another DuckTales game, but make something new, like brand new levels. Because there's so many different things that they could do with the Duck universe that hasn't been done. You know, just to remake the same. The problem really is that there has not been enough DuckTales related games. They should make the fact that there's never been a Carl Barks based like duck game other than this, which isn't really because it's DuckTales, not like Barks. Because they tried to do. You guys remember Epic Mickey? They tried to do that, which that was not. You know, that game was flawed, but they should really need to do like a Duck Universe game, like a really good one. That is something that, you want to talk about a video game I would like to see made? There you go, right there. I think that would be #1 on my list of video games I would like to see. A Carl Barks based Duck game. Actually, you know what they're doing with Cuphead? If they did something along the lines of the animation of Cuphead and then made some kind of like cool side-scrolling platformer puzzle adventure kind of game like that, but with Carl Barks duck art, that would be awesome. That's what somebody should make. But they would need a lot of money to do it. It would have to be like a Disney AAA title as well. But, you know, with the new DuckTales series going on right now, if we're going to see any DuckTales game, it's going to be based off of the new DuckTales, which I wouldn't mind seeing that either. You know, obviously I'd rather see like a Don Rosa or Barks kind of duck game, but I would be all for a DuckTales 2017 animated, animation style game. That would be cool too. I don't know if they're planning such a thing, but if they do, I'd definitely be interested to play it for sure. And it looks like I'm playing through this again, guys. By the way, I know I said I probably wasn't gonna do it, but it looks like I'm doing it because now that I learned the minecart thing, and I honestly I'm really curious again about the mine level. By the way, also I think that this is my favorite level in the game. I've always liked the Amazon level. I think it's fantastic. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this when I was doing the moon level earlier. I think I totally forgot to mention this, or you can correct me if I did mention it. That moon level is based off of a DuckTales episode, not comic based. I don't believe. There was an episode where Launchpad goes to a UFO or something like that, and I haven't seen it in a really long time, but that's based off of an episode. So, which is kind of neat. But yes, I did watch a lot of Ducktales growing up, and I did read all the comics. Love the comics. I mean, I read a lot of comics growing up. So when I was like, I guess when Ducktales came, like 1987 to, well, for the rest of my life, but really like 87 until I was like a teenager, I was reading all the Carl Bark stuff and started to get into superhero comics. I started to get into underground comics and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think this is my favorite level. I'm gonna go for this. Try to get all the treasure. And you know, I'm gonna double check over here. I guess I got it. Is that the episode with the broccoli people? Yeah, I think you're right. The broccoli people. All the 80s cartoons had broccoli people, right? Because Darkwing Duck had that one like bushroot guy, which is sort of broccoli-ish. I don't know, sort of reminded me of broccoli. But then He-Man had Evil Seed, right? Can anybody else toss out some broccoli-headed characters? Top 10 broccoli head. How about that? Somebody send me that list and I'll make it. If you guys can think of 10 broccoli-based characters and send me a good list, I will totally make that video. Mike's top 10 broccoli heads, it'll be called. They have to be made of broccoli, or close enough to broccoli. I'll accept bushroot as an answer, as a reply. We're gonna have to go through this launch pad thing again. Yes A, no B. Could use some soft serve ice cream, please. Ba-dum. Let's see if I can do this again. Indiana Jones time. And really, I need to pass this up. Because if I'm gonna get all the treasure. Can I really just sit here all day and... Oh, they won't keep giving it, huh? Oh, they will, maybe. Oh, there you go. Let's search the skies. Alright, I better speed this up. I don't want to run out of time. And that was unbelievable that didn't hit. We got Dewey. Oh, I thought, no, he's up above. No, thank you. Where's my guy? Where's my dude? Come on, dude. We're not paying. Not paying? Why, thank you, Dewey. Such a big help. Use your cane the way you did the entire game. The worst advice I've ever heard. Good for nothing, Dewey. Good for nothing, Dewey. Alright. We're gonna, taking you back to the past here of our earlier part of the stream when I did this earlier. We got 2 more hits? 1 more hit. 1 more. And there's the scepter. Broccoli's what they call Reg Barkley. True, they did. That could fit. I was more thinking of cartoon characters, but that's not bad. Send me a list if you can think of it. Barkley. broccoli. That's a good one, though. I like that. Alright, we're gonna do the mines. We're gonna do the mines. Terra Firmies. I almost wonder if I can... If I was to search this right now, can I actually take the time and... I know where to go. I know I have to go in the mirror. I'm just curious if I can get more money. Let's just see something. Like, can I redo this level here and get more money? Let's see what happens. See if I can get any money from anybody. Food so far. More food. More food. See, all they're doing is getting that food. I almost feel like, are they telling me that they're not going to be giving out money? Yeah, they're giving me food, no money. So it seems like they don't let you do that, which is understandable. So, okay. So we'll just go. I wanted to see if I could collect more. Kickle Cubicle has broccoli guy? Well, let me know, you guys. Send me a list. All right, so African mines. So where are we at? We're at $2 million here. Bats. Bats. Come on, dude. I want to add to my total. Gotta get that money. There's never been a more appropriate stream for me to be doing the gotta get the money. Uncle Scrooge's money. Right there is an Uncle Scrooge. I'm gonna go back because I feel like there's more that I didn't explore completely. There's Beakley. How you doing, Beakley? Oh yeah, this part. Okay. Boom. Here it is. It's the hidden treasure. Now the question is, do I need to go back? Which way do I need to go, really? This isn't the end already, is it? I just wonder, is this the end? I think that's the end. I don't want to do that yet. I need to go explore more. Give me that. See, and I don't think I can. Ooh, I don't think I can go that way. So I wanted to do all that other part of the level. Let's see if I can go back if it's possible. If I can't, then I might have to just beat it. Oh boy, actually, can I not go up here? Oh, that's it, huh? That's too bad. It looks like I have to. Looks like I have to finish it that way. That's too bad. I didn't get everything, but I got the treasure, so maybe that's enough. The Terra Firma King. Oops. What am I doing? Being a complete idiot here. pulled it together. The Godzilla-thon was your favorite? I edited that one, so thank you very much. You're welcome, Jennifer. She's thanking me for being awake this late. I'm that late night streamer. People gotta have somebody to watch late at night, right? Mike was a duck in his past life. I very well may have been. It's true. I love the music on this stage too, by the way. Goats. Nice. Oh. It's a minor point, but when Scrooge would get stuck in the snow, when I was a kid, I loved that. Like that right there. I thought that was so cool. I don't know why. Don't know why. I just like the little animated things like that. And actually, like in Super Mario Brothers 3, when Mario ducks and he pulls down his hat, not a pun, by the way, about being a duck. He would pull down his hat in Mario 3, and I thought that was a cool graphical thing. It's funny the things I got excited over as a kid with the graphics. But I still like it. It's good stuff. Yeah, and this is still a good game. 29 years later? Oh my god, 29 years. I'll probably be playing it in another 29 years at this rate. Okay, here's Huey. Bubba's trapped in the ice. Please help him. I do not do the nephews. Unfortunately. I can do a lot of voices, but I don't do really the duck voices. Unfortunately. Alright, I went on my Bubba rant before. I'm gonna let it go this time. You saved me, Scrooge! It's great. Learn how to pronounce his name. Ugh, the icicles. Bless me bagpipes. Curse me kilts. Curse me kilts. Stick the can of Bubba's ass. I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind. He deserves a cane up his ass. That Bubba. That right there always reminded me of the old duck cartoon, especially the way they got the hockey club behind his back. There was an old Disney cartoon. Oh shoot. The hockey champ, I want to say it's called, where Huey, Dewey, and Louie and Donald would all play hockey on the ice. And that guy reminds me of that cartoon. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but if they did well. But we do have all 5 of the upgrades now. I hate this thing. You know what? I don't know if I'm even gonna go for that. He's not moving, so I feel like that's just gonna get me killed. You know, I have 6 lives. I'm gonna try it. I didn't get much, but I got that much. Man, I got hit a lot, but at least I got a little extra treasure. with as many lives as I have, I feel like it might have been worth it. Is this big time? Have a little of that big time. Now this is the part of the game where we get to ride on a vanilla wafer. Woohoo! Ugh, love me vanilla wafers. There we go. Let's fight the abominable snowman. The Yeti. We got another. And another. Please don't get hit anymore, Scrooge. Oh. My bad. Wah wah. Oh, they send you all the way back here? Come on. Well, at least this time I won't be going through that spider death trap. So we should be good. I'm taking extra measures here to get all kinds of treasure. So we'll see how we do on the money. I don't know if I'm going to make that $10 million limit, but I'm making an attempt. I feel like I'm not going to make it because I wasn't able to go through the rest of the African mines. So we'll see what happens. I wonder if I get the other treasure, if it'll happen, because doing that won't be a problem. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if you have to get lots of money in the stages to do that. I feel like I have done that before, but it's been quite a while since I've done it, so I don't remember if you have to. If the money that you collect in the levels is really that much a part of it. But we will see. Like, do you actually have to collect every diamond you see, or like what? But we'll find out. Now this is probably worth a lot, right? $1 million for each one of those, huh? So we'll see if I make it. If you were hired to create another world for this game, what would I make if I could make another one? There's so many things. How about like, how about the square eggs? How about that? How about when they go into the mountains with the square eggs? How about an underwater thing, like going to Atlantis? How about King Solomon's mines? How about a whole level of like the Cibola, like a Cibola level? How about like there's a lot of things. If you gave me a little time to think about it, I could come up with a whole big list. But basically, just like a lot of the locations that they went to in the comics is what I would choose. How about a Duckburg level? How about a Money Bin level? You know? Definitely Money Bin. That would be high on the list. Going through the like the offices and the outside of it. You know, often in the comics, there was a lot of like Scrooge would booby trap the hill that the Money Bin was on. There's a lot that could have been done in the game with that. You go to the outside of the Money Bin, then the inside of the Money Bin. I would have done that. You know, obviously a lot could be done with the inside of it, with all the treasure and everything. Thanks for the donation. I still don't know what that is, Richard. I didn't look into that. Yeah, but there's a lot of levels that could be done. I don't know what you guys think about levels. Have you ever streamed Ducktales Remastered? I did. I beat it on hard. Probably, I don't remember exactly when. 6 months ago or something like that. It wasn't that long ago that I did it. I was really late to the game with that. Mike the Money Bin is in the Ducktales Remastered game. Yeah, no, I know that. I'm aware. But there's definitely a lot more that could be done with that. Yeah, and I remember that's the first thing when you start out with Ducktales Remastered. And it's good that they put that in there. But there's still a lot more that could be done. I would essentially go through all the Uncle Scrooge comics. How about the Land of Tra-La? That would be a good one. And doing something with the bottle caps. I could imagine a level where, because I don't know if you guys, a lot of people have not read the comics, so you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about. But some people I'm sure do. They could, basically the idea was Scrooge was getting sick because he was like spending too much time with his money or whatever, and the doctor was like, you need to just get away on a vacation, take a vacation for a while. So Scrooge does that. He's like, all right, I gotta stay away from my money for a little while, and I gotta just like chill out with the money stuff. So he goes to somewhere where there is no money, which is just this. It's the Land of Tra-La. It's in the middle of the mountains. He does a lot of research to find a place that actually has like no form of currency or anything like that. The people just like live off the land, all this kind of stuff. And basically he goes there, but the nephews, I believe, come and they bring along soda with them, and the bottle caps. The people in the town end up becoming obsessed with the soda, and then they all want to collect the bottle caps, and bottle caps end up being their form of currency. And then Scrooge ends up having the most bottle caps, I believe, because he's the one who brought it with him. So Scrooge ends up being the richest person in Tra-La because he has all the bottle caps. So no matter what, Scrooge is always the richest, no matter where he goes. Anyway, something could be done going through a level like that, collecting the bottle caps, or I don't know. That's just an idea off the top of my head. But there's a lot of things. If I was gonna come up with levels, I would. Man, you really got me on a tangent about this. Whoever said that. I think it was intimidation. But yeah, I would go through all the comics. I would go through all the original Carl Barks comics. I would go through all the Don Rosa comics and a lot of them, and I would find all the cool places that Scrooge ever went to collect treasure on his adventures and things like that. And I would include those kind of stages in the game and use things from those comics in the level. So yeah, that's what I would do. But here we go. I'm gonna get to the other treasure here. Here we go. This is the other hidden treasure. So I have almost 700,000 money. I don't know if anybody knows, but I guess I'm not gonna quite make it on the money, right? Yeah, I feel like the thing I did wrong was probably the mines when I should have taken the other path first or something and then came back around. Or I shouldn't have dropped down the one part where when I couldn't get back up to the what's it called, to the boss, that part. I think that's where I made my mistake and why I might not get the right amount of money here, unfortunately. I'm just searching around a little extra because I'm hoping to find enough money. And you know what? I remember I did a glitch video on this game a long time ago, and there's some kind of glitch. I don't remember where it is anymore. Don't remember. I have to check out my video. It was too long ago. Probably did that video back in, what, 2010 or something? What is your favorite Disney World ride? Somebody just asked. That's from Jet Jaguar. I always loved the Haunted Mansion right off the bat, but of all time, I really liked the old Epcot rides because they were very, they used a lot of animatronics and things, and yeah. Oh, here we go. I didn't do this. I really liked World of Motion. And a lot of rides that are defunct now. Maelstrom, And I liked Mr. Toad's Wild Ride in Disney World, which is gone now. Kitchen Cabaret, also gone. A lot of this stuff is gone. It's kind of depressing to think about. I don't want to think about that. Don't bring that up, please. Old Disney was awesome. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just searching around here for extra money because I'm hoping and praying that I can get enough, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I better start. Oh, there we go. See, that's why I'm doing that kind of stuff. But I gotta start making my way to the end here. At a minute 43 to make this happen. Ooh, wafer. Vanilla wafer. Oh, come on. Gotta get the right timing. There we go. Where's my Gizmo Duck? There he is. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Let's go up here. Anything? Yeah, disappear. Okay, a little bit of food and money and all that good stuff. Come on. Not what I needed right now. Oh my god. Alright, you dirty rat. You dirty rat. Not good. Really? They put me all the way back here? Well, maybe I can collect more money. That's amazing that that's where the checkpoint is. Unbelievable. Well, that's alright. You can enjoy some of the best tunes, rockin' tunes the NES had to offer in the meantime. Moonrat. Whoa. That was scary. Searching the sky for treasure and doesn't seem to be popping out or anything. Not gonna give that to me again either. Big time burger. Ma Beagle. No Ma Beagle in this game. Am I getting the Xbox One X? I'm planning to, yeah, sure. I get all the consoles at some point. I don't always necessarily get them the day they come out, but yeah, I'll probably get it. If Ducktales was in Smash Brothers, what move would you give him? You mean, oh, there you go, he corrected himself. If Scrooge was in Smash Brothers. I don't know, a lot of attacks featuring money, like you toss diamonds and, you know, things like that. Oh, look at this, look at the money on here. 900 million? Look how close I am. Will this level give me any money, is the question. Can I get any money from this level? I'm so close on this. Man, had I just gone through the, I'm gonna check over here a little bit, because I'm so close on this. I just want to hit a couple of these and see if anything will come out. Nothing, huh? One more check. Nothing, alright, I'm out. Yeah, I feel like they're not giving money at this point, which It's too bad. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, honestly, every level in this game has memorable music, like even this. You know, this level's music is a little overlooked, but I think it's classic. Memorable. Good stuff. Alright, Dracula Duck, what do you got? So I don't know if I'm gonna make this money limit, but I tried again. At least we saw more areas of the game, right? I'm working through the second Legend of Zelda remix streams. You mean you're watching my Zelda randomizer series? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I spent a lot of time. I'm gonna release the last part of that. I just haven't released it. But yeah, I finished up the Trogdor stream. Sometimes after I do streams, the streams have to process, and then sometimes I forget to release it. So I'll release it as soon as I can. Alright, so that's Dracula Duck. That's good spacing on that. See, I jumped up in the air there because I know the rope's going to be right there, so I think that's probably going to benefit me. Like that. See? I'm already on the rope. Boom. Da-na-na-na. Alright, so game over again. Let's see how I did. Maybe, do I get any extra money for that? Did I break the mark? We'll see. I mean, beating the game should give you something, right? Let's see. Aww, no it doesn't. It doesn't give me anything at the end? That's too bad. Well, let me know. I'll stream this again sometimes. Let me know what I missed out on, because I guess my guess is the mines that I didn't go through. I think you know, I've been saying that the whole stream, but I think I messed that up. That's the only other way I know that I would miss to really get money. There must be some more down there that I missed out on. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Willy Wonka. Top 10 rope climbs in NES games. Go. That's another good list. How about Zelda 2 randomizer? Yeah, guys, if you know about the Zelda 2 randomizer and the Link to the Past randomizer, send me a link, because I do want to play those soon. Anyhow, guys, alright, so I went through the game twice. I think we're good on Ducktales for now. Like I said, great game. I love it. It's classic. So, and I think I've said everything I need to say for right now about the new Ducktales show. Is there anything else about this new Ducktales show you guys want to know from me before I go? Before I end this? Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, airplanes, it's a duck blur. The worst of messes become successes. Ducktales, woohoo. Paint Gates McFadden punching Boba Fett. Not a bad idea. I'll have to do another Mario Paint stream soon. Later Mike was always one of my favorites. I was an expert as a kid. Thanks, John. The background paintings are much simpler on the new DuckTales. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Favorite DuckTales character? Scrooge McDuck. Thank you, Paris. What's your favorite new Transformers movie? None of them. Transformers from 1986. I do not like the Michael Bay Transformers movies at all. I wish that they would make a G1 style Transformer movie. I did like the Transformer Devastation game. That was like real Transformers. I like Fenton too, although he ended up taking over the show when he was on. Yeah, exactly. A Legendary 007. Like, had they not made him take over so much, maybe he would have been more tolerable. Might do a video about the Duck universe. I kind of already did. I did a history of it at least. You still have your old recorded Ducktales tapes? The commercials would be interesting to see. I have a lot of old VHS tapes with commercials, but I don't know if I had Ducktales episodes in particular. So, no, I do not have my Ducktales old tapings. No. Thank you, Amontis Cantu. I appreciate that. Will you stream Lucky Dime Caper? Thanks for bringing that up. Yes. In fact, I want to try to get that before I forget. That is probably right here. I have my Game Gear right here. And I will never remember if I don't get this out right now, so I'm going to find it right now. I wonder if it's actually in there. No, it's not. So, okay. Power Rangers, Spider-Man. Woody Pop. Legend of Illusion with Mickey Mouse. What the hell is Legend of Illusion with... Legend of Illusion? Let me show you guys these before I go. No one in this. There we go. Look at this. Legend of Illusion with Mickey Mouse. I don't know if I've ever played that, because I played Castle of Illusion, and that's interesting. I should play that. I should keep that out. Dracula. Itchy and Scratchy. Shinobi 2. Return of the Jedi. Come on, we're gonna find Donald Duck. Pack Attack. Miss Pac-Man. Cool Spot. Deep Duck Trouble. Here's a Donald Duck game. I'll keep that out. I'm gonna keep the Mickey one out, the Donald one out. Sonic Chaos, Tailspin. Tailspin, I could do Tailspin. Anybody care about Tailspin? I used to watch Tailspin. I liked it a lot, actually. Not based on any comics or anything, but I used to watch it. I always loved. I think the plane was the Grumman Goose, right? The yellow plane. I loved that. Loved it. I wanted to fly that damn plane. Shining Force. Power Rangers, Land of Illusion, and Legend of Illusion. Isn't that unbelievable? Let me see it. And that's unbelievable. Come on, we'll find it. This is Game Gear video I wrote. Some vampire thing. X-Men. Where is this game? Here's the controller. Okay, Tom and Jerry. Sonic 2. Cliffhanger, Devilish. Where is this game? Wait. No. Desert Speed Trap, Pac-Man. Here it is. I found it. There it is. Lucky Dime Caper. There you go. I'm keeping that out. And I will do that. I got a couple more games here. I'll just show you the other Game Gear games I got. Might as well. So I got Shinobi. Oh, here you go. This is one I was thinking of. Castle of Illusion. That's the one. I didn't know there was a Legend of Illusion. I'm gonna have to try that. Judge Dredd. I am the law. I am the law. Ristar. World Series Baseball. chuck on the Game Gear version. It's a hard game. Indiana Jones, Last Crusade. Oh, thank you, Bobsta. I appreciate the donation. Star Wars, Marvel Madness, Batman Returns. Only got a couple more. Batman and Robin. The Adventures of Batman and Robin. For Game Gear. Shining Force. Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy. Hoek. Ren, Hoek, and Stimpy. Crash Test Dummies. Streets of Rage 2. Jurassic Park. Addams Family. And we're almost at the bottom of the barrel here. Chuck Rock. Bugs Bunny, Deep Duck Trouble. Ooh, I'm keeping this out. Yeah, and the rest I pretty much showed. And Ninja Gaiden. How about that? Ninja Gaiden for Game Gear. I have to take a look at that. So Ninja Gaiden, I'm gonna keep out. Donald Duck. This is the game. Like I said, I originally got a Game Boy, and then I had already seen the Game Gear, and I wanted the Game Gear because it was in color and backlit. So when I got the Game Gear, this was, I think, the first game that I had. So this is a very nostalgic game to me, and I have not streamed it. So yeah, very nostalgic game. But I haven't played it in a long time. The Lucky Dime Caper, so I'm gonna have to play that. Anyway, though, guys, that's the stream. That's Ducktales. Great game. I'm gonna get going. Play Vampire. Yeah, there's a lot of these games I should play. Hearing the words Ninja Gaiden made me think of the Wizard. My Pawns. That's from Ed Wood, right? No problem. Thanks, Christian. And I think he might have done that on accident, but that's alright. Thank you, Jennifer. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Jennifer Harrison. And thank you, Joel. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching the stream. And that is DuckTales. Woo!